According to Shaolin Master Shaw Hungi, millions of us are dealing with this hidden challenge. So today, we're going to dive deep into his wisdom to figure out, what exactly is it? And more importantly, what can we actually do about it? And no, he's not talking about some new virus. He's pointing to something way more fundamental, a problem that's kind of baked into modern life itself. It's this collective suffering that most of us feel, but can't quite put a name to. So let's get into it. What's the real source here? Okay, so he breaks it down into three main things, three core issues that are just fueling all this anxiety and dissatisfaction. And I have a feeling that when you hear them, they're going to sound really familiar. So look at this. First, we've got choice overload. I mean, we are just drowning in options, right? It leads to total paralysis. Then there's this physical disconnect. We're so stuck in our heads, we've completely lost touch with our own bodies. And finally, constant striving. It's like we're on this endless hamster wheel, chasing goals because we secretly feel like we're not enough. The big question is, why do we stay stuck in these patterns? Well, according to Shaolin wisdom, the problem isn't just our external circumstances. It's what's happening inside our own minds. There are these 5 specific mental states they call the 5 hindrances. And these are the things that are constantly, and I mean constantly, derailing our focus and just stopping us in our tracks. Okay, this is fascinating. This ancient wisdom basically boils down our daily struggles into these 5 core patterns. And just look at the first 2 for a second, sensory desire and ill will. It's pretty simple, isn't it? Our minds are always either being pulled towards something we like, something pleasurable, or pushing away something we don't like, something uncomfortable. This constant back and forth, this push and pull, it completely drains our energy. It keeps us stuck in this reactive mode, so we never get to focus on what actually matters. He has this really beautiful metaphor for this. He says, reacting to every little like and dislike is like constantly touching the water. And what happens when you touch the water? You create ripples, right? You disturb the peace. So the big question is, how do we stop touching the water and just let it settle? Well, he actually offers a super practical method. And that brings us to the RAIN method. It's this simple but honestly incredibly powerful 4-step tool. And the key here is that it helps you manage these hindrances, not by fighting against them, but by actually understanding them. Okay, let's walk through this, because it's simple, but also really profound. So first, R is for recognize. You just identify the feeling and give it a name, like, oh, okay, this is anxiety. Simple. Next, A is for acknowledge. You just accept it's there without judging yourself for it. You don't fight it, you just let it be. Then I is for investigate. Get curious. Where is this feeling coming from? What just happened that might have triggered this? And finally, and this is the real game changer, N is for non-identification. This is where you detach. You realize, okay, I feel restless right now, but I am not restlessness itself. It's a temporary state, and that one shift, it moves you from being a victim of your emotions to being a conscious observer of them. And once you start practicing that kind of observation, it leads to this really fundamental shift in your whole approach to life. It's what he calls the shift from a life of constant doing to a life of being. So let's break this down. Most of us, right? We're stuck in doing mode. We're chasing goals because deep down we feel like something's missing. We're always trying to build up this identity to prove that we're worthy. But the alternative, this state of being, it starts from a totally different place. Wholeness. It's this recognition that you're already complete. You're already enough. The goal isn't to add more stuff to yourself, but to simply uncover the wholeness that's already there. Okay, so if the ultimate goal isn't just achieving more and more stuff, what is it? The obvious answer for a lot of people is happiness, right? But Master Hungi suggests we should be aiming for something much deeper and honestly, a lot more stable. And this is such a critical distinction. Think about it. Happiness is usually temporary. It depends on external things, getting that promotion, going on that vacation. And if there's happiness, there has to be its opposite, sadness. It's a package deal. But peace is different. It's a stable inner state. It's the ability to handle life's ups and downs without getting totally thrown off balance. You can actually have peace even when things are difficult. This quote just nails it, doesn't it? This gets to the absolute heart of self-mastery. It's not about getting rid of all your stuff and living in a cave. It's about breaking your attachment to things. It's about asking the hard questions like, Do you own your phone, or does your phone own you? Are you in charge of your ambition, or is your ambition running you into the ground? So, when we talk about self mastery, it's not about becoming some perfect version of yourself or finding a guru to follow. It's actually about getting the right tools and the awareness to awaken the master that's already inside you. It's about finally learning how to run your own life from the inside out. And if you want a powerful image of what this inner master can do, just look at Hungi's famous brick breaking demonstration. Because it's not really about brute strength. It's actually the perfect metaphor for what it takes to break through our own limitations. And here's the crucial point, right? The kind of discipline it takes to break a brick, it's the exact same discipline it takes to break the negative patterns holding you back in your life. It's all about channeling your energy with this intense, unwavering focus, a focus you build through consistency and patience over time. So think about it for a second. What are the bricks in your own life? That powerful focus can be applied to literally any obstacle. Maybe it's a limiting belief, that little voice that says you're not good enough. Maybe it's a bad habit you just can't seem to shake, or a fear that's holding you back. Whatever they are, those are your bricks. Okay, I know, this can all sound like a huge undertaking. Like, where do I even begin? But the good news is, Master Hungi gives us a really clear, actionable, and honestly, a refreshingly simple place to start. The advice is this. Don't try to fix everything at once. That's just a recipe for overwhelm and doing nothing. Instead, he says to look at your life and just ask one question. What disturbs me the most? What is the single biggest source of friction? Find that one thing and then pour all your energy into solving for that. That's it. That's your first step. Because in the end, the path to self-mastery doesn't start with 1,000 complicated changes. It really just begins with one. It's the decision to stop looking outside yourself for all the answers and to start, finally, nourishing the master that's already sitting right inside of you.